Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi conveys appreciation for the Saudi leadership and commanded the kingdom's advancement in culture, arts and tourism. Egypt denies media reports of Netanyahu's planned visit to Cairo. And Egyptian and Qatari efforts are intensifying to broker a ceasefire in Gaza. You're watching the latest updates from Egypt on Qnews. Let's move on to the latest developments. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has conveyed appreciation for the Saudi leadership and praised the kingdom's advancement in culture, arts and tourism. That came during his meeting with Saudi Arabia's Minister of Culture, Badr bin Abdel bin Farhan Al Saud, and other officials to discuss cultural collaboration. President el-Sisi emphasized Egypt's readiness to support joint cultural projects, leveraging its rich heritage and expertise. The Saudi minister highlighted the strong cultural ties between the two nations and affirmed the kingdom's commitment to enhancing cooperation and implementing cultural initiatives with Egypt. An Egyptian source has denied media reports about an anticipated visit by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to Cairo. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has issued Decree number 400 of 2024, approving a memorandum of understanding on macro-financial assistance and budget support signed between Egypt and the European Union. Under the MOU, the EU will provide $1 billion of urgent short-term macro-financial assistance to Egypt to help stabilize its economy. The Confederation of African Football, CAF, has awarded its 2024 Outstanding Achievement Award to President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi for his significant contribution to the development of football in Egypt and across Africa. Minister of Youth and Sports Ashraf Sobhi received the award on behalf of President el-Sisi at the annual CAF Awards in Marrakesh. In his speech, Sobhi praised el-Sisi's commitment to advancing African football through modern facilities and infrastructure. Egyptian and Qatari efforts are intensifying to broker a ceasefire in Gaza. Egypt continues its commitment to supporting the Palestinian cause, pushing for a ceasefire and ensuring humanitarian aid access. Earlier, the Egyptian Foreign Ministry urged the international community to guarantee unconditional aid delivery as conditions deteriorate. An Israeli delegation visited Cairo on December the 10th for negotiations. Egypt, Qatar and the United States are mediating between Israel and Hamas to end the prolonged conflict. Egypt has begun its preparatory meetings for the G8 summit in Cairo. Official meetings of member states at the level of commissioners began in Cairo on December 16th to prepare for the organization summit, which is due and scheduled for December the 19th. Convening under the theme Investing in Youth and Supporting SMEs, Shaping Tomorrow's Economy. The summit reflects the organization's commitment to fostering youth empowerment and promoting small and medium-sized enterprises to drive economic growth and development. Chinese ambassador to Egypt has hailed the last 10 years of Egypt-China relations as a golden decade during a ceremony at the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization. The ambassador praised the fruitful achievements of comprehensive strategic partnership under the strong leadership of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and President Xi Jinping. The ambassador also noted the significance of Egyptian participation in the Belt Road Initiative, bolstered by a new cooperation agreement and successful Economic and Trade Committee meeting. The Egyptian House of Representatives, led by Speaker Hanafi Gebeli, has approved the new criminal procedure law in principle during its general session. The proposed law aimed to ensure swift, fair justice by guaranteeing the right to defense, protecting homes from unlawful searches, and limiting pre-trial detention. It also introduces reforms like compensation for wrongful detention, digital judicial notifications, and modern remote trial procedures. The law also strengthens protections for vulnerable groups and enhances the role of the public prosecution in criminal investigations. Minister of Investment and Foreign Trade Hassan Al-Khatib has reaffirmed the government's commitment to boosting private sector investments to comprise 70% of total investments. Addressing the House of Representatives, Al-Khatib outlined the ministry's plans to attract investment and boost exports, including a goal to reduce customs clearance time to 2 days by 2025. He also stressed the importance of engaging with businesses to create a growth-friendly environment and highlighted Egypt's aim to rank among the top 50 in global trade competitiveness. The Central Bank of Egypt has reported a remarkable 181% increase in financial inclusion rates from December 2016 to June 2024. This significant increase highlights the country's progress in expanding access to financial services and also reflects ongoing efforts to integrate more individuals into the formal financial system. The report emphasized the success of various initiatives designed to improve access to banking, mobile payments, and other financial tools. Egypt and Saudi Arabia have signed a supply chain agreement between Egypt's Tawkil for iron industries and galvanization and Saudi Arabia's Falak Al Amal company to boost industrial collaborations between both countries. The agreement was signed in the presence of Egypt's Deputy Prime Minister Kamel Al Wazir and Saudi Arabia's Minister of Industry and Mineral Resources Bandar Ibrahim Al Khurif. It aims to boost steel industries, galvanization, telecommunications, tower production, and participation in Saudi government tenders, while paving the way for future industrial cooperation. A government official has announced that the Egyptian Natural Gas Holding Company has partnered with Shell and BP to begin production from the Harmattan gas field in the Mediterranean Sea. The production is expected to begin by the first quarter of 2026, with initial investment totaling $370 million. The development is expected to be completed by the end of 2025 in shallow waters. The field is projected to produce 125 million cubic feet of gas and 3,300 barrels of condensed per day. Egypt aims to increase its natural gas production to 5 billion cubic feet per day by the end of the year, up from 4.3 million billion rather. The Minister of Petroleum and Mineral Resources, Karim Badawi, and Bandar bin Ibrahim Al Khurayf of Saudi Arabia have discussed ways to enhance joint cooperation, especially in the field of mineral wealth. The ministers emphasized activating the January Memorandum of Understanding to enhance capabilities and technologies for sector development. They also highlighted collaboration on mineral resource exploitation in complementary industries. Additionally, they noted Minister Badawi's participation in the 4th International Mining Conference in Riyadh, set to take place from January 14 to the 16th of 2025, showcasing Egypt's mining investment opportunities to global companies. Egypt's Minister of Planning, Economic Development and International Cooperation, Rani Al-Mashat, has participated in a high-profile event celebrating 70 years of Egyptian-Japanese development cooperation. Minister Al-Mashat emphasized the enduring strength of Egyptian-Japanese relations and their critical role in tackling development challenges. She also underscored the consistent evolution of development cooperation between both countries, and especially under the leadership of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. Egypt and Germany have signed agreements worth 77.3 million euros to support key developmental sectors in education, health and social services. The agreements include grants and debt swap initiatives to advance sustainable development and support Egypt's national strategy. Egypt's Minister of Planning and Economic Development and International Cooperation, Rani Al-Mashat, highlighted the importance of the partnership with Germany, noting that the debt swap program reflects global calls for financial restructuring and has become a model for other countries. Minister of Finance Ahmed Kushuk has announced that significant improvements to tax services will be implemented by the end of the fiscal year. The minister emphasized that the government aims to create an environment where investors can achieve strong profits within a transparent framework of rights and obligations, fostering a productive partnership with the tax authority. The Egyptian Trade Union Federation has launched an ambitious initiative to qualify 1 million Egyptian workers for jobs in the digital economy. The initiative is part of the presidential program, A New Beginning for Building the Human Being, aimed at equipping workers with the digital skills needed to overcome the evolving challenges in the labor market. The Central Agency for Public Mobilization and Statistics, Campus, has reported that Egypt's total exports in 2023 amounted to $42.5 billion, reflecting a 2.2% decline from $43.5 billion in 2022. Non-oil exports showed a positive trend, increasing to $28.5 billion, up by 1.2% compared to $28.1 billion in 2022. Petroleum and electricity exports dropped by 5.2%, totaling $14 billion compared to $14.8 billion the previous year. That brings us to the end of our news bulletin. Here's what we have been covering. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi conveys appreciation for the Saudi leadership and praised the kingdom's advancements in culture, arts and tourism. Egypt denies media reports of Netanyahu's planned visit to Cairo. And Egyptian and Qatari efforts are intensifying to broker a ceasefire in Gaza. That's all for now. Remember to stay updated by following Q News for the latest developments.